Hello, this is Evangelist Dr. Robert L. McKim Sr. from Carrollton, Ohio. This is Memorial Day 2020. Used to be known as Decoration Day because Memorial Day wasn't a legal holiday until 1971. Before that, it was just known as Decoration Day. But I'm not here for that, a little bit of American history. I'm here for some other things. Reading some scripture, for instance. And John, St. John 15. John 15. 13. Greater love has no one than this, than to lay down one's life for his friends. Of course, Jesus was talking about himself laying down his life for his friends, but he was also referring to the fact that we as disciples should lay down our life for our friends too, if something comes up where we have to defend ourselves or defend our friends. Now, the other day I made a video and I showed you that I have this book here. And I also have this book here that Jim Bakker had wrote. I also have, like I was saying, I know things because I have them. I just couldn't find it until recently. The book about Jim Bakker that was written by a professor about the whole case. And somebody had mentioned about a certain particular person that had did an interview for a magazine back in the day. Gotta find that again here. John Wesley Fletcher, and it's right here in this book on page 162. Says here, she was referring to the statement she made in her 1987 Playboy interview about Tampa evangelist John Wesley Fletcher, who arranged the arranged the Evangelist between Hannah and Bakker in Clearwater in 1980. Fletcher told her just after she had and Bakker did whatever they did that Jim was sobering in a fetal position on the floor in his room. Yeah, Jim Bakker had an affair. That is all. He had an affair. Because his wife had an affair, was having an affair. So, you know, he just wanted to get back at his wife. But as far as stealing money from people, he had made a statement. Actually, let me show you this here real quick. One of the jurors on the jury wrote a letter to the judge, and this is a letter. This is the letter, or the copy of the letter here in this book. She was basically appalled at the judge and his handling of the case. And she says here that on this page here, one of the jurors that was seated next to her had fell asleep. Now, how can you say that was a fair trial if a juror was falling asleep? In other words, it was probably a boring trial. And there's a lot in here in this book that basically shouldn't have happened during Jim Bakker's trial. But everything was circumstantial evidence. Jim Bakker at one point in time said about this person, an elderly person, that he would have given the money back to them. And all this was over was this tower. Since I find the pictures here again in this book, there's pictures here in this book. It was all about this tower here, this big high-rise tower here. It was a hotel that was still being built, that they were claiming that Jim Bakker himself was offering people like timeshares in that hotel. There's a lot of things that happened that shouldn't have happened the way it happened. Yeah, Jim Bakker did wrong by having an affair, but he did not do anything wrong when it came to his ministry or how he was offering people memberships. Excuse me, I got hair here somewhere. That's not wanting to cooperate. Sorry, it's a loose hair here. Not wanting to cooperate And there were people behind the scenes that were doing things to destroy his ministry. The same that is happening today, all because of civil assault. And this COVID-19 BS. And those things has been happening to me too lately as well. I mean, it's been going on since about around 2016. June of 2016, if I'm not mistaken. Without looking on my computer for the exact date. And there are people out there who are, even still today, lying on me. Supposedly saying they have witnesses to prove their point. Well, we'll just see what happens in the end. Because I know where I'm going when the time comes. Are you sure that you're going to be going there? Or are you going to hear, "Depart from me, you worker of iniquity," or you worker of hate, and you worker of money, and you worker of hoarding food and supplies, and you worker of whatever, you know, to hurt people. You're thinking you're helping, but you're not. Are you going to hear, "Depart from me, I knew you not"? Or are you going to hear, "Well done, good and faithful servant"? I know whenever Jim Bakker's time comes, that is what he is going to be hearing. And I know I will be hearing the same thing. I need to get off here for now. God bless you. Have a blessed day.